Ready to go, double greens in the air for the first time tonight. Our first feature of the night is underway, and Rob Neely will send the pack into corner one.
Neely right down on the bottom hill in the middle groove in that 28. He'll take the advantage down the backstretch.
Neely on the bottom, Jordan Hill on the outside. Hill's got a great run off of corner four, and he is going to come across the stripe to lead lap number one with Neely in tow and Jesse McDonald, the Top Gun Award winner, right there in third.
Really getting a big drive through turn number two down the back straightaway. I'm not sure if it's as pronounced in 3 and 4, but definitely has something in 1 and 2.
DJ Christie overcooks corner number 4, gets gathered back up and back into the playing surface, and now Rob Neely takes it into the infield as the left front appears to be broken on the radio shuttle number 74. And trouble for Caleb Wood and DJ Christie on the backstretch. Caleb Wood, I don't think he can control the car. It's coasting down to the inside, and corner number 3 and the caution flag will fly. I missed that completely as I was watching Rob Neely pull into the infield.
They battle down into 1 and 2. Jesse McDonald to the inside. Jesse Costa up to the outside with a big old head of steam.
Off of corner number 3 there, Costa got just a little high there, has to wheel it back up on Jacob Dykstra as they go side by side down into corner number 1.
Bailey Hurd gets a little bit high there in turn 4. He's able to gather it in, get back where he wants to be.
Jacob Dykstra dives down low in corner number 3. He'll grab the second spot, but McDonald fighting back around the outside of him.
Fantastic battle. McDonald almost looked like he wanted to cross over Dykstra. Then he thought better if it stayed on the outside and got a better run off of turn 4 than he would have anyhow. And the battle continues as Jordan Hill gets a little squirrely into turn 3, trying to get around Trevor Young in the 51 to put him a lap down.
White flag is out. McDonald, Dykstra, Lemaire, and Sheridan all fighting for second.
Remember, Jordan Hill has no way of knowing how big his advantage is as he's trying to get around Blaine Barrow. Jordan Hill one more time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Victory number 1 for Jordan Hill.
Jesse McDonald will grab second, third Jacob Dykstra, fourth Derek Lemaire, and an impressive run by the rookie. Nick Sheridan comes home in fifth. Green flag is in the air. Oh, they're stacking up on the backstretch as Cole Hardy's lost power. Rob Twitchen stuck behind him and still can't clear.
He was committed. He was committed to that line. So he gave Cole Hardy a bit of a push, and then he just couldn't do it anymore. Peels off down into turn 3.
Martin Schroeder out in front now. Jeff Elslager, the outside of the front row, is where he started, but he's headed to the pits. And now Brian Crosgrove goes around in front of a few different cars.
You don't realize how fast the mini stocks are going until you see one at a dead stop while the others are racing on by. Crosgrove right up at the front gets turned sideways, and thankfully he got the car. It was spun around, but the car was pointed straight instead of being broadside to the racetrack.
We go back to the green flag of the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, and trouble for Tim DeBoer as he slides it into the infield.
But we're seeing a lot of hard feelings out there tonight. I mean, I could be overreacting, but we're seeing minor contact turn into major contact. That usually sorts itself out, Greg.
It may sort itself in the pits later on, too, if it keeps up at this rate. But out in front, it's Schroeder, your leader, and Ryan Hiller has been all sorts of impressive this year in that 21H. Hiller right there in tow down the backstretch. Now Mike Sarantakos goes around, clips Fabio Oliveri, and now damage on the left front of the 16.
Guys, keep a look on the 26 of Tim Newell down the back straightaway. He doesn't even have any left rear assembly on the car whatsoever.
Getting it done on 3 wheels is the 26 of Tim Newell as he goes around through corner number 4. Not sure where his sneaker went to, but...
And he gets a black flag as Tolton goes around there in turn 2, sort of stuck in an awkward position. That'll bring out a yellow. He had the car running. Be 1 lap to go this time. The white flag is displayed. Nick Mazzy with a car length advantage over Kyle Wirt. Everybody in the top 10 now single file as they head into 1.
Mazzy on top, Wirt on the bottom, fighting for the win. As they go down the backstretch for the final time, Kyle McKenzie will bring out the double checkers
Kyle Wirt looking to make a big run to the bottom. He couldn't maintain his momentum. Massey to take the win. Wirt second. DeBoer rounds out the top three. Hiller finishes fourth. Dusty DeBoer rounds out the top five.
Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation. There, rumble, bumble, stumble down into corner number one with Ryan Turner on the hammer, but here comes the highlight man. Mac DeMan draws up even and grabs the lead in three.
Nice move by Mac DeMan. Ryan Turner, though, around the outside. Man, that was a battle of wills between a couple of our young guns.
And Mac DeMan made it stick now. All sorts of action at the back of the pack, trying to keep an eye on everyone, but at the front, Mac DeMan leading the way over Ryan Turner and Mitch Brown.
On a given night, if you can be better than Dylan Westbrook, you've had a pretty darn good night.
But let's not write him off just yet, because remember last week he had two oops moments and still won the feature. So Dylan Westbrook making a challenge right now. Mitch Brown looking for third.
And what he's doing right now is trying different entries, different lines, trying to get the attitude of the car the way he needs it to be. As he's doing that, problems for Cole McDonald in the zero.
Good fight amongst the top five right now. Here comes Kruder to the inside of Brown. Brown bobbles just a little bit, and that allows Dylan Westbrook to hop by, literally hop through to corner number two into the third spot.
Doesn't take much of an opening for Dylan Westbrook to pounce. He does so. Then Kruder gets around Brown, and then here comes Jim Hoopinen.
Here comes Westbrook getting by Burke. 2 laps left to go, says Kyle McKenzie.
Mac DeMan to the inside of Cunningham, then to the outside of Derek Jonathan, up into the rough stuff in 1 and 2. Hang on to it, Matt.
Right in front, Dan Anico got all the way sideways on Mac DeMan, and now D-Dubs is right there. Here they come off a quarter four to the white flag.
Dylan Westbrook with a sniff of the win. 1 more lap to go.
In a corner one they go. Mac in the middle. D-Dubs up top. He'll come down the bank and gets the run. Can he stick it down in low? No, he tucks in behind. Now goes below on Mac DeMan. Through 3. Off a corner 4. Can Dubs make it stick? He will. 3 in a row for Dylan Westbrook.
Oh, Mac DeMan is going to dream about this one for a long, long time. Well, if you've ever wondered what is a handicap system is the reason Dave Bailey starts in the 18th position, and I love it.
They work, what a gaggle of cars through 3 and 4. Casey Huffman leads, but here comes Blake Bomberry Jr. Rides the wave of the outside line, takes the lead as behind them 4 wide into corner 1.
Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Blake Bomberry takes over the top spot on the high side. Liverance, Derek Liverance up into the wall out of turn number 2. Everybody takes evasive action, manages to miss him, and carries on.
Because he's right behind, now working to the outside of Chris Dickey and runs up on Aaron Rowitsky, and Casey Huffman goes around in front.
Right in front of Rob Hoskins. There was nowhere for the 37 to go. It doesn't look like there's much damage. Oh, Casey, don't do that. Oh, my goodness.
And Rob Hoskins still to a stop to the exit of corner number 2, and that will bring the caution flag out. And it's Blake Bomberry getting the advantage on the drop of the green flag with Ryan Beagle fighting on the bottom. Now Beagle in that middle lane trying to get the advantage off of corner 2, and he will get it as Bomberry got a little sideways in 2.
A little bit sideways just spoils your momentum, and Ryan Beagle feeds off momentum. He is great at keeping the pedal down as far as you can without breaking traction. He'll lead the way across the straight.
Bomberry and Bailey. Bailey looking high, and now here comes Jim Lampman reeling those 2 back in. 2 laps left to go for Ryan Beagle.
This is another case similar to Mac DeMan in the sprint car race. Blake Bomberry hasn't seen the nose of anybody. He's just been running his race. He hasn't had anything for Ryan Beagle. Dave Bailey's had 10 laps to practice exactly the marks Blake Bomberry's been hitting lap after lap.
White flag coming out for Victoria, Ontario's Ryan Beagle. 1 more trip around to cash in on his 3rd career feature win.
One last time down the back straightaway. The battle is on for second. Jim Lampman has made the pass on Dave Bailey. Ryan Beagle one more time through 3 and 4 to collect the victory, but who's going to take second?
Across the stripe, feature win number 3 for Ryan Beagle. Blake Bomberry comes home in second. Jim Lampman gets third. Fourth will go to Dave Bailey, and Aaron Rubitsky with a really solid top 5 outing.